Welcome everyone. We are starting the recording of our new reality online training. So we're going to start the nervous system today, and there are a few things that I want to highlight. If you have any questions about any material, I'm posted on the Blackboard that you can find me in the virtual chat room on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 6 to 7:15, and I welcome any questions via email, of course, as well. So let's talk about the general structure of the nervous system. So nervous system controls virtually every conscious action and many unconscious actions in the body. There are three main functions of the nervous system are communication from different parts, between different parts of the body, collection of the external stimuli and internal stimuli, integrating those two. And based on the collection and integration of the stimuli, nervous system also formulates the appropriate responses. So what's important about nervous system is that its control functions are very fast. Okay, so it's immediate. And if you would ask, you mentioned that it's one of the systems that controls body responses. Another system that also participates in the control of various responses from the body is endocrine system. So unlike nervous system, effects of endocrine system are usually slower, and also there is no conscious control involved. Nervous system can be divided into two anatomical components, central and peripheral. The anatomical components of the central nervous system are brain stem, and spinal cord. Sometimes brain and brain stem are considered to be one thing, same thing. And central nervous system is very well protected. As you remember, brain is encased in the cranium, and the spinal cord is protected by the vertebral column. So basically, the role of axial skeleton, the cranium and the spinal column, is to protect central nervous system. So the main function of the of the central nervous system is, of course, the collection and integration of the stimuli. So that's going to be CNS, collection and integration of the stimuli. So that's CNS, okay. And formulating the responses, also CNS. Now, peripheral nervous system is everything else. Everything that is not brain stem, not spinal cord. Essentially, peripheral nerves, peripheral nerves and sensory receptors. So here on this picture, you see peripheral nerves. Sensory receptors are not there, but obviously a part of it. Now, there is and what's the function of peripheral nervous system? Obviously, it's collecting the information from the sensory receptors. Special senses like eyes or ears, somatic receptors found in the skin and in the body, and visceral receptors that are found in the organs. And then peripheral nervous system transmits that information to CNS and central nervous system. It collects all this information, integrates it, produces the appropriate response, and peripheral nervous system then delivers the motor responses from the CNS, central nervous system, to all the effectors such as muscles and glands. So this exemplifies the role of the peripheral and central nervous system. So here you see sensory input, which is transmitted by the peripheral nervous system to the CNS. Okay, so this part of the nervous system, the sensory part, is often referred to as afferent. I'm gonna write it down. afferent. Here you can see afferent, or afferent and sensory are essentially synonyms. So it transmits sensory information to the central nervous system. And then central nervous system integrates this information and formulates the responses, which are delivered to the effectors, muscles, skeletal, cardiac, smooth, and glands via the efferent branch of the peripheral nervous system. Efferent and motor are essentially synonyms as well. Sorry about that. So, what can be sensory receptors? We talked about the special senses. That's your vision, your hearing, your smell, and your taste. And also somatic receptors, such as temperature receptors, receptors that sense touch, receptors that sense pain, and your position in space, so-called proprioception. Visceral sensory receptors deliver the sensory information from the organs. Now then, if you look at the motor output, there are two branches here, somatic output and autonomic output. So somatic branch of the motor part of the peripheral nervous system delivers the signals to the skeletal muscles. Okay, so it's voluntary movements of skeletal muscles. Autonomic branch of the motor part of peripheral nervous system controls body responses via organs, activity of the stomach, heart rate, diameters of blood vessels. So the effectors for autonomic branch can be smooth muscles or cardiac muscles or various glands, from tear glands, lacrimal glands to salivary glands, you name it basically. Now, this autonomic branch has two divisions, sympathetic and parasympathetic. So sympathetic division of the nervous system governs responses that are associated with excitement, fight or flight, exercise. The nerves of the sympathetic branch of the autonomic part of the peripheral nervous system originate in the thoracic and lumbar region of the spinal cord. And let's say when you exercise, your heart starts beating faster, your digestive activities are inhibited. Those are all responses generated via sympathetic nervous system. Now, parasympathetic nervous system controls body at rest. Sometimes it is called rest and digest responses. So energy conservation, maintenance of homeostasis, energy storage, digestion, heart rate goes down, digestive activities and excretory activities go up. Nerves that are the part of parasympathetic division originate either in the cranial region, several cranial nerves originate in the brainstem, or in the sacral region. What is important to understand is that both systems, sympathetic and parasympathetic, innervate the majority of organs. So for instance, heart has parasympathetic and sympathetic innervation. Lungs have parasympathetic and sympathetic innervation, which means your nervous systems essentially play kind of a tug of war, by when one system activates, stimulates the organ. Let's say your sympathetic nervous system increases the heart rate, parasympathetic nervous system decreases the heart rate. Okay, so that's gonna kind of how to say, we're gonna conclude some of the statements here, just to remind you that, you know, we discussed the structure of the nervous system. Central nervous system is the brain and the spinal cord. Peripheral nervous system, sensory receptors and nerves, and that peripheral nervous system has sensory component, also called afferent, and the motor component, so called efferent. And the motor component can be somatic, delivering signals to the skeletal muscles. So essentially, skeletal muscles become the effectors. Here, skeletal muscles become the effectors of the somatic branch of the peripheral nervous system. And smooth muscles, cardiac muscles, and glands are the effectors of the autonomic branch of the peripheral nervous system. I hope that helps. We're going to conclude that little chapter now. I'd rather produce several separate videos, and we're going to move on and talk about neurons in our next video.